Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of Erin's Book Club. Sorry for the extra noise, it is quite warm in here today and I'm trying to beat the heat a bit with my fan, which makes things a little bit louder, but not bad. Also, I have no excuse for the hair, it's the weekend. So, I have a book review to do for you. I spent most of the day reading this book, and I first want to say that I love this book. This book is awesome. The book I read today was The Jensen Brand by William W. Johnson with J.A. Johnson. Now, this was something that I book hauled really recently, and it was a Western, and I'd never read a Western before, but my grandpa loved them, so I read them as an homage to my grandpa, not really knowing what to expect. And let me read the back of it for you. Okay, it's the dawn of a new century. But on the vast Sugarloaf Ranch, not much has changed since the legendary gunfighter Smoke Jensen and his wife Sally tamed the land 2 decades ago. Raising cattle is still a dangerous business and just as deadly as ever. When Smoke is injured swapping bullets with some cow thieves, Sally puts out a call for help to Matt, Ace, and the rest of the Jensen clan. But time is running out. The bloodthirsty wrestlers are ready to strike again, and there's lots more of them this time. And the Sugarloaf's last defense is Smoke and Sally's next of kin. Enter the Jensen twins. Denise and her brother Louis have just returned from their schooling in Europe. Louis is studying to be a lawyer and is too sickly to defend the ranch, but Denise is to the manner born. She can ride like a man, shoot like her daddy, and face down the deadliest outlaws like nobody's business. And there'll be plenty of opportunity to prove she's got Jensen's blood in her veins, cold, deadly, and plain for keeps. Now this is an ARC copy, and I must say I don't like the phrase, but Denise is to the manner born. It just doesn't roll right. So let me first of all say, this is the book I've been looking for. This is finally the book where I have found a female character who is incredibly strong, who doesn't need anybody to save her, who is still flawed. She's arrogant, she's cocky, independent, bullheaded, and yet she's incredibly strong and incredibly worthy of being respected. She is beautiful, but she trades her beauty to save her family. She's just the character that I've been looking for in books since I've really started reading, because I don't know about you guys, but I've read a lot of books where the female character is always the one being rescued. And in this book, she wasn't always the one being rescued. I love her. I think she's my absolute favorite character in a book. The book itself is, let's see, like 318 pages or something. It is the fastest read that I've ever gone through. Every time I read this book just before bed, the alarm that says go off at 10 o'clock or you're not going to be able to function in the morning has gone off, and there's been 2 or 3 times where I'm like, I'll just finish this chapter. And sure enough, the next morning it was very hard to function. I couldn't put it down. It had such a good flow. The chapters were short enough that you felt you were getting somewhere. There was action through all of it, but the action was believable. Even the ending is believable. I don't know if I would have made it as positive as it was, but it's a could-be thing. It's really something that you guys, if you're into westerns, if you're into adventure, you guys should be reading. This Denise character is just full of piss and vinegar, and even though we meet her, I think we meet her, with 40 pages into the book, the first 40 pages where there's relatively little going on except for when you first start the book, and they're stopping the cow wrestlers. You're still very interested. You're interested in who the main character is, this Jensen fellow, Smoke Jensen fellow. You instantly like him. He's got like a quiet dignity about him, he's like one of the last heroes of the world kind of thing. Modest but powerful, and tough but emotional. I don't know, I just really like him. This, I think, is a book that I'm going to read again. This is a book that I think I would really like to know more about William Johnston, because I'm assuming William's a man. I could be wrong. I didn't read about the author at all. So I'm assuming William's a man. But if he is a man, how the hell does he write such a real female character that's still strong and not the Southern belle that needs to be saved by the man? That takes a lot for an author to create and make believable, and he absolutely does it. I really want to learn more about the Jensen Brand, and at the end of the book they have a Hell's Gate, which is, I guess, another book that he's going to read, or that they're going to write. They've got chapters, like 1 or 2, from Hell's Gate, and I honestly didn't read them because I knew that I wouldn't be able to wait to get the rest of it. Like, it's that good. You don't want to put it down. So yeah, I think that for all of you who are into adventure, the Jensen Brand, go out and buy it, because it's worth the read. It's such a good book. So thanks very much, guys. I know it wasn't the best reviews that I've done, but it's very late and I couldn't go to sleep without getting this review done because the book is just that good. I've got my cookbook to read a bit of, and I've got my textbook to read a bit of, and then I'm going to read my next book. So have a good week, guys.